Hello, everyone. My name is Oscar. This is day 2 of many vlogs to come, but I figured I'd take this time to introduce myself. As you know, my name is Oscar. My last name starts with a P, and I was born July 23rd, 1996. Point is, I am 18 years old. I am a student at the Art Institute of Wisconsin, where I am a digital film and video production major, and I want to make a career out of YouTube, not specifically vlogs. This is just more of a project that I'm trying to do on the side. Okay, so a little backstory into my life. Like I said, I was born in 1996 in West Madison, Wisconsin, the dairy state. We're known for cheese around here, so you could say I'm a cheesehead. So, um, around a couple months, I moved to Mexico with my grandparents, where I lived there for 5 years. I went to a very small little private school. Um, it was whatever grade is below kindergarten, or I mean kindergarten or preschool, whatever it was. Um, and it was fairly nice for the most part, except for the fact that I got bullied for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember ever doing anything to anybody, but these kids decided to pick on me. I think they were like second graders, and they would always block me from being able to get on the one slide that this poor little school had, and I could never enjoy my freaking pudding because they would always take my spoon. And I didn't understand why. I didn't do anything. I was just a delicate little child thing that had 2 legs that just wanted to enjoy his pudding. But they would never let me enjoy my pudding. So, that wasn't too exciting. We lived in a 3-story house. It was pretty big. It was kind of like a Mexican version of a mansion, I guess. And it was really nice. We had one dog and many chickens on the roof, and the dog scared me a lot because I thought it was going to eat me because I thought it was a wolf. Um, and around the age of 5, I've moved back to the United States, to this great state of California, which is basically Mexico, in my opinion. Um, and I lived there for a couple months. My grandparents were visiting my uncle at the time, and then I moved to Wisconsin. And that is where, for the first time ever, I met my mother. Like 5 and a half, I was. I remember it was around Christmas time. I'd never seen snow in my life before, and I thought it was the most beautiful thing in the world. It was really cold also, but I was like, I'd rather be cold and you know, and be able to enjoy this beautiful scenery. And I ran inside. There was a bunch of people I didn't know, a bunch of family members, and my mom wasn't there though. She was sleeping because I guess she fell asleep waiting for me. And I ran upstairs, and I remember just the first thing I saw was just my mother laying in bed, and I was so happy, and it's hard to explain because like I never met her in my life up until 5 and a half, and she was just there, and it was just like as if I've known her and if I've seen her every single day of my life, but yet like it was it was just very such a beautiful thing. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's just like there's so many emotions that this is your mom that you're seeing for the first time, and it was nice. I woke her up and she gave me a hug. She started crying, and I don't remember if I started crying too, but I'm gonna say I started crying just to make the story a little more interesting. Um, and it was just the highlight of my life at that point. Um, I lived in Middleton, Wisconsin for most of my younger years, and then around first grade, which still my younger years, I guess, I moved to this town called Mazomanie, Wisconsin. It wasn't called Mazomanie, Wisconsin. It was called Mazomanie, but it was in Wisconsin. I think you get the point. And This town was really, really like in the middle of nowhere. And at the time, I guess now it's kind of, I guess it's a little bit closer to things, I guess now, but it's not like it changed locations. It's just hard to explain. um, and I remember like I still barely knew how to speak English because the school I went to before was like in more towards like inner Madison. Um, so there was a lot of like teachers who taught in English and taught in Spanish also. So like I didn't have to worry about that, which is probably bad because it kind of messed me up. And I went to this one school, and I remember that one time I really wanted to go to the bathroom, and I didn't know how to tell the teacher that I wanted to go to the bathroom. So I was just looking at her. I was like, uh, um, potty, bathroom, popo, caca, whatever. And she just didn't understand me. And I was just like, how am I going to communicate to this lady? I need to go pee. I need to go now. But she didn't understand me. So eventually I just kind of left the classroom and I hope she understood what I was going to do. And I didn't get in trouble. So I'm guessing because she just felt bad that I didn't know how to speak English. So, that was nice. Um, so what else? I skip fast forward to third grade. Third grade was an interesting time in my life. I had my first girlfriend, which I did not know what a girlfriend was at the time. I just figured it was like something that someone that you just called your girlfriend, and then I don't even know what it was. It was just ridiculous. And this was back in the day before you had to make things Facebook official, and it was more like your first kiss meant that you were actually boyfriend and girlfriend. She never wanted to kiss me for some reason. She always told me I had to wait, and that was it really irritating for some reason. Um, and then I moved to Mexico again, and then I moved back to California, and I went to third grade in California, and that was pretty interesting. Also, I really liked the people. I was hoping that when I went back eventually, um, I went back to Mezomani Elementary, and I barely remembered anybody. Um, and went to middle school there. In high school was when it got a little bit crazy. In high school, I went to three different schools my freshman year: Wisconsin Heights, Lake Mills, and Modesto High. And I went to Lake Mills first because I thought that I wanted a different location. Um, that turned out to be uh, not okay. And then Wisconsin Heights, it was just I knew everybody already. And then Modesto. That that was an interesting place. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That was a lot of crazy things happened that time. So throughout the 4 years of high school, I went to um, those three schools. It was like I said before, it was Lake Mills, uh, Wisconsin Heights, and Modesto High. I ended up graduating from Wisconsin Heights. I moved back my senior year, of course. I switched a lot. I had a hard time finding a place. Like like blamed it on the school, but I mean it's all on me. Um, Finding a place that I felt like I could actually, I don't know, move like along educationally. I guess like and actually prosper. Um, I originally wanted to go for get a degree in like bachelor's, master's, and doctorate in psychology, but I don't know, that slowly kind of went down. I still have an interest in it, but it's not something that I want to pursue as a career anymore. I realize that a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists are pretty crazy, and I don't want to end up crazy even more than I am already. So, um, that leads me up until now. Just a couple months ago, I was living in Western California again. I moved back after I graduated because I wanted to see what I could do out there. Sadly, I couldn't find a job and I couldn't find anything. So I moved back to Wisconsin and I got a job at Subway. And last year, I worked at Subway also for a little bit, so that's why I got the job again. And then I applied for Best Western. So yeah, that is everything as quickly as possible. Maybe in the future I'll make um, more detailed videos on every single subject. There's a couple things I didn't go through, which my first kiss and my first girlfriend and my first almost girlfriend and my first heartbreak. Um, and a bunch of other things, but I'll go into detail in a future video. I don't know, like I have many days that I can explain everything. 4 years this project is gonna last me, so you'll learn everything eventually. You'll even learn things that I didn't even know about myself. Um, but hopefully, whoever watches this will take that journey along with me. So, thank you very much, and see you tomorrow.